Current estimates by the International Energy Agency and others are the global emissions of carbon dioxide, the primary greenhouse gas, will decrease 8% this year, with US emissions falling in about the same range. This represents an enormous change. It's a reduction 6 times as large as the previous global record set in 2009 with financial crisis, and twice as large as all declines in carbon dioxide emissions since the end of World War II. Let's keep in mind, though, that one thing we know from history is that in situations like this one, the rebound of emissions can sometimes be actually larger than the decline. That's what happened in 2009. Expectations are that unless we change things, any drop in US emissions now won't impact our annual emissions in the future. It's clear that a short-term halt to economic activity is not the pathway for longer-lasting sustainability. But let's face it, we're looking at more than one life-threatening challenge. It would be fundamentally irresponsible to restart the economy in a way that would increase the likelihood of creating future climate shocks. Climate change can also make future pandemics worse by creating its own set of health impacts and weakening our ability to respond to communities in need. But we can take on both of these problems at the same time. We're now seeing the mobilization of unprecedented funds to recover from the COVID-19 crisis, potentially reaching upwards of 10 trillion globally. If we chose to, we could make every investment count to both get the economy moving again and decrease the threat from climate change. We've seen countries do this before. Korea emerged fastest from the 2009 recession, partly because they put 60% of their entire reflation budget in green technologies, which was far higher than any other country. We can do this in the US. Modernizing the electricity grid could create 150 to 200,000 jobs each year, while also making the system more resilient and reducing energy costs. A massive program of tree restoration could create more than 150,000 jobs each year. Dollar for dollar, more jobs can be created, reducing climate risk than making it worse by creating more fossil fuel emissions. The upshot, the best way to make ourselves more resilient to both pandemics and climate change is to tackle these problems together.